15-year-old Liam de la Cruz lived in a small wooden house tucked between crowded alleys of Cebu City. Every morning, he woke up to the sound of vendors calling out prices, tricycles rumbling by, and the ocean breeze slipping through the cracks of their walls. Life wasn't easy. His mother sold fruits at the market from sunrise to sunset, and his little sister often went to school with hand-me-down shoes. But through all the struggles, one thing kept Liam's spirit bright: music. His late grandfather had left behind an old, dented radio that only played clearly when hit on its side. From it, Liam discovered Elvis Presley. Songs like "Can't Help Falling in Love" and "Love Me Tender" became the lullabies of his childhood. He didn't just memorize the lyrics, he absorbed the emotion behind every word. At night, when the streets finally quieted down, Liam would sit on the porch, humming softly. His voice carried a warmth that made even the neighborhood dogs stop barking. One humid afternoon, while Liam helped his mother pack fruits, he started singing an Elvis tune to cheer up his sister. Unbeknownst to him, Tito Ramon, their kind neighbor who had recently returned from working abroad, was passing by. The moment he heard Liam's voice, deep, soulful, and far beyond his years, he froze. Goosebumps rose on his arms. "This boy," he whispered to himself. He slowly took out his old phone, hit record, and captured Liam singing with pure, unfiltered passion. Later that day, he showed the video to Liam's mother. Tears welled in her eyes as she listened. "Your son has a gift," Ramon said gently. "A gift the world needs to hear." With quiet determination, he used his small savings to help Liam submit an online audition for America's Got Talent, unknowingly setting in motion a journey that would change all their lives. 2 weeks after Liam submitted the online audition, the family gathered around an old borrowed laptop in their small living room. The screen flickered, the connection lagged, and then, an email slowly appeared. Liam's heart pounded as he clicked it open. "Congratulations! You are invited to perform live on America's Got Talent." For a moment, silence filled the room. His mother covered her mouth, eyes widening, then bursting into tears. His little sister jumped excitedly, hugging him tightly. But the joy faded as quickly as it came. The reality hit them like a cold wave. They had no money for a plane ticket, hotel, or even a proper suitcase. Liam stared at his feet. "Mama, maybe it's not meant for us," he whispered. Before she could respond, a knock came at the door. It was Tito Ramon, holding a printed copy of the email. "So it's true," he said warmly. "You're going to AGT." Liam shook his head. "We can't afford it, Tito." But Ramon smiled knowingly. "Leave that to us." The next day, something magical happened. One by one, neighbors began showing up. Fruit sellers, jeepney drivers, laundry women, fishermen, construction workers. None of them had much to give, but everyone gave something. A few pesos in a small envelope. A gently used pair of shoes. A second-hand jacket. Someone donated a suitcase with a broken zipper that they fixed with hand-sewn thread. The town's barangay captain covered the passport fee. The church organized a small fundraising concert where Liam sang Elvis songs, moving the entire community to tears. At the airport, dozens gathered to send him off. His mother hugged him tightly, whispering, "Anik, remember, every voice here travels with you." With trembling hands and a heart full of gratitude, Liam took his first step toward a dream powered entirely by kindness. The moment Liam stepped inside the massive AGT auditorium, his breath caught in his throat. The stage looked unreal. Towering lights, cameras. Everywhere, judges seated like giants in front of him. His hands trembled as he clutched the microphone, feeling the weight of every dream, every sacrifice, every person back home who believed in him. A crew member placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You're up next, sweetheart. Just breathe." But breathing felt impossible. When the curtain lifted and the crowd appeared, Liam's heart raced faster. This wasn't Cebu. This was America. This was millions watching. And then, Simon Cowell looked straight at him. "What's your name?" Simon asked. Liam," he replied, voice cracking slightly. "And who inspired you to sing Elvis?" Liam swallowed hard. "My grandfather. He used to tell me music could make people feel less alone. I sing because of him." A soft murmur ran through the audience. The music started. A gentle, nostalgic guitar intro. Liam closed his eyes for 1 second, imagining his grandfather sitting on the porch with him, tapping his foot, smiling proudly. When Liam opened his eyes again, something shifted. Fear melted into purpose. He sang the first note. It echoed through the theater, smooth, deep, and overflowing with soul. The audience instantly fell silent. Liam's voice carried emotion far bigger than his age, blending Elvis's warmth with his own raw sincerity. By the chorus, people were rising to their feet. Sophia whispered, hand on her heart, "Oh my God." Even the camera crew stopped moving, stunned by the richness of his tone. Simon leaned forward, eyes sharpening, listening as if trying to memorize every second. By the final note, the entire room breathed with him, then erupted into thunderous applause. Liam stood there shaking, overwhelmed, knowing his life had just changed. As Liam's final note faded gently into the air, a deep hush swept across the entire auditorium, a silence so powerful it felt like everyone was holding the same breath. For a moment, no one moved. No one blinked. It was as if the whole world paused to absorb the purity of the boy's voice. Then, suddenly, the audience erupted. People leapt to their feet, clapping wildly, cheering with a kind of raw excitement that rarely fills the AGT stage. Some were wiping their eyes. Others were shouting, "Bravo!" or simply calling his name, Liam. Liam. The wave of emotion rolled forward until even backstage staff peeked from behind curtains, stunned. Simon Cowell slowly rose from his chair, something he only did when he was deeply, unquestionably moved. He stared at Liam with a look of genuine astonishment. "Liam," he began, voice gentle but filled with conviction, "I've heard many Elvis tributes in my life, but what you just did wasn't imitation. It was soul. It was pure heart. Even Elvis would be proud." A gasp spread through the crowd. Sophia wiped tears from her eyes. "You touched us," she whispered. "Your voice, your spirit, it's golden." Liam's legs trembled under him. He didn't know what to say, his mind spinning, his heart pounding loud enough to echo in his ears. Then Heidi, smiling warmly, looked at the other judges, then at the golden buzzer right in front of her. Before Liam could understand what was happening, she stood and slammed her hand onto it. A burst of music filled the theater, and golden confetti exploded from above, sparkling, swirling, raining down on him like a magical storm. Liam covered his mouth, tears spilling uncontrollably as he dropped to his knees. The crowd roared louder. The judges smiled, emotional. Simon nodded with rare softness. Liam had just earned his golden buzzer. And in that shimmering gold, the boy from Cebu became unstoppable. When Liam stepped off the plane back in Cebu, he expected a quiet welcome, maybe just his mother and sister waiting with hugs. But as the airport doors opened, his breath caught in his throat. Hundreds of people were there. The same neighbors who scraped coins from their pockets, the fishermen who paused work just to support him, the jeepney drivers who cheered him on, the children who watched his AGT audition on cracked phone screens. They were all gathered, holding homemade banners painted in bright colors. "Welcome home, golden boy. Cebu is proud of you, Liam." His mother rushed forward first, tears instantly spilling. She hugged him so tightly it felt like she was trying to hold every moment they had missed while he was away. His little sister jumped into his arms, confetti falling from her hair as she giggled, "Kuya, you did it. You really did it." The community led him to the barangay hall, where a small celebration waited, food cooked with love, music playing, lanterns hanging like sparkling stars. It felt like the entire town was glowing. Then came the biggest surprise. A representative from the AGT production team appeared on a video call, announcing that Liam's Golden Buzzer performance inspired donors to create a music scholarship fund in his name, one that would help Filipino youth chase their dreams just like he did. Gasps and cheers filled the room. Liam covered his mouth, overwhelmed. "Mama, that's unbelievable," he whispered. He stepped forward, trembling with emotion, and addressed everyone. "This golden buzzer, it's not mine alone. It belongs to all of you. My family, my neighbors, my Cebu." The crowd erupted in applause. As night fell, fireworks lit the sky. Liam stood in the middle of his community, smiling through tears, knowing that his voice had done something greater than win a show, it had brought hope home.